have you ever bought something new and wanted to try it out as soon as you got it? Well, I did the other day. I bought this new razor and I tried it out, and usually I'll do it on video the first time, but I couldn't wait to do it, to make a video, and I decided to go ahead and try it out anyway. The razor that I got was by the supply company. This one right here. This comes in a beautiful box. It's almost like an iPhone box, I guess. And it comes with the razor, and underneath it comes with one ejector container with, I think it's got 7 or 8 blades in it. So what I did, and it comes with 3 different brackets that you can put on the back of the razor. This is the razor right here, this little bracket. You take the screw out, be careful if you do because there's a spring on it. And it comes, when you buy the razor, it originally come with the mid-range, mid-aggressive plate, I'm going to call it for lack of better words. Since then I've ordered the other 2 blades, the real less aggressive and the more aggressive blade. So I've got the 3 blades that come with it. The first time I used it, what happened was when I injected the razor into it, there was a little bit of an overhang here, and I didn't see it until I started shaving. I started cutting myself really badly, and I started looking at it under a little bit of magnification, and I found out it was my fault. It wasn't the razor's, that I actually had a little overhang here of the blade after I got injecting it. So if you're going to use this razor, make sure that you double check the edges. It should be smooth basically on both sides. A little bit of overhang here, but not, this one's got a little overhang now on this side. I don't know if you can see it or not. But what I'm going to do, and it's like that because I took it apart and I cleaned it. And I took this off and I cleaned it. When I repositioned the blade, it wasn't in correctly. So I'm just pushing it over now. Yeah, it's good now. I just pushed it over. So it should be okay. We're going to find out. Now, I went to the store the other day and I bought some of these Schick blades, and they work evidently fine in here. And I don't think they're as aggressive. These are, I believe they're Persona blades that come with it. But it took a long time for development on this. It's a heavy razor, and it just does I shaved with it once after that. It did such a really nice job, and I'm still getting used to it. It's a little different touch to it, but it's just a very simple, clean looking design. And I emailed the company a couple times, and boy, they responded like within a couple hours to the questions I had. So I'm really happy. If you ever decide to get one of these, their website for their support is absolutely phenomenal. So, okay, a few other things I'm going to use. I'm going to use my big ass brick of soap here from hang on a minute, this is Duke Bannon's. I used this in the last couple of videos. I'll put it like that, big ass brick of soap. And the reason I like it because it's got toluene in it as well as glycerin. And that will make the skin very slippery. I'm very pleased with this so far. The soap I'm going to use is by the Shannon Soap Company Limited. Shannon Soaps Limited. It's called Lady Luck. I've used this before, but I'm doing something to this soap I've never done before. I'm blooming it. In other words, I put some warm water in it. I don't know if you can see this right there. And I let it set for maybe a half hour. And what I'll do is, once I wash my face with my big ass brick of soap here, I'm going to take the fluid from this bloom and I'm going to put it on my felt to help soften it also. All right. One other thing I'm going to try today, which I don't know. I use badger brushes. I like boar brushes and synthetic brushes, but I've never had a horsehair brush. This is a horsehair brush. It comes from Spain. There's no label on it right now, and I forgot to bring the label in. But I'll put the where this company comes from. They're very famous for making horsehair brushes, and I don't know if it came from the head or the butt. So it probably could come from either one. But I'm going to give it a little shot. I'm not afraid to use a badger brush or a boar brush. But when it comes to a horse brush, I go, huh. I've had this soaking for a little bit in some warm water, and last night I took it out and I put some of my hair conditioner, right, in a bowl, and I left it sit for maybe an hour just to soften up the bristles. So I'm going to warm this up again with some hot water. So that's what we have today. The rest of the stuff I'll show you when I get it done. And I got to move the clock here again because it's going to make a lot of noise. I have a little alarm here. I'll show you. This clock here, it goes tick, 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 tick. Drives me nuts. I don't hear it when I'm shaving, but I hear it when I'm editing my films and after I preview my films. Okay, let's get to work here. I'm going to wash my face first with the big ass bar of soap, and we'll go on from that point to see how we do with this new razor and with the new brush and with the blooming. All right. That soap is really nice and slippery. What I do when I get done using it, because it takes up half the sink, it's so big, what I do is I tip it up on end on a saucer from the kitchen, and I let it dry, and then I put it back in the box again. So, all right, let's take some of this blooming fluid here. Sounds like I'm swearing in British. The blooming fluid. Put that. Oh, it smells nice. This is Lady Luck. I've used it before. Oh, it smells really nice. Okay, now let's see. I'm going to take a little more. I have a lot of it here, so I may have put too much in, but that's all right. It's a learning experience. It's the first time I had bloomed soap. All right. All right, let's take my brush here. And they say you should squeeze it like this rather than shaking it. And we'll see how this works with this soap. I'm going to mix it right in here. Just the tips of it. I have no idea how this brush is going to work. I've never used a horsehair brush. It's relatively expensive. I think it was like $9. I got it from AliExpress, and I have some links for all the stuff down below if you want to try it. Okay, it looks pretty watery, so I'm going to mix it up a little bit more. I probably left too much water in the soap. Oh, that is pretty good. The last time I used this soap, it wasn't as watery as that, but that's my fault. I should have got rid of most of the water out of it from blooming it, but it's turning into a nice lather. Wow, look at that. Oh, this soap is so nice. All right, let's try it, see how it goes. This is a little stiffer than a boar brush. So that's why I wanted to use it with a hard soap. And excuse me for looking off to the side. I got to look at the mirror. It's not that I don't want to look you straight in the eye. It's that my GoPro camera is right in the center of the mirror with the suction cup. It's just, I can tell it's a little stiffer when I put it on, but it's okay. Definitely a watery, I put too much water in, I can tell, but we're going to work with what we have. I think this brush will soften up after we use it a few times. All right, let's give that a shot. I'm going to heat the razor a little bit. I have the original blade that came with it, or actually the set of blades that came with it, which are the Persona blades. And since it's a heavy razor, you want to just lay the razor against the face, short strokes to begin with. It's very smooth. Now I'm using the #1 blade in here, or what do you call it, a bracket. There's 3 different brackets I explained to you before. This thing right here. But I'm using the #1, which is the mildest, least aggressive one. And first impressions, it's a very forgiving razor. It's very smooth. First time I used it, remember I said I cut myself and I thought it was a razor, so before I discovered what it was, what I did is I ordered 2 other plates. It cost me like $25. Because in my mind I said, gee, I can't use this razor if it keeps cutting me. So get the other 2 plates. We'll make a decision after that, which I did. But this last week I got a notice that in November they're going to increase the price on these. I think to $150. That will include the 2 blades. And right now I think I have, with the razor and the additional 2 blades, I think I have 108. So if you're going to decide that you want to try this, I would not wait. I would get it while it's still, you still can get it at a reasonably good price. I mean, I have other razors that I've spent easily $150 for, and this is, well, it'd be well worth $150. I did not weigh this before, but this thing is a heavy razor, and it's steel. It's I forgot what steel is in it, but it's so nice and smooth. Let me wash my face again. We'll put soap on. Still slippery, so I'm not going to use the big ass bar of soap. We're just going to use this. I don't even need to do this. This is pretty wet. Now I like to have it wet. The second and third applications of soap or lather, I like to have it a little wet. Wetter? Is that correct? Wetter? Still more wet than I would like. It is flying all over the place. So, oh boy. I don't know. It's pretty wet, but I don't know. I got mixed emotions about this brush. I'm going to use it again. It seems to be holding the soap pretty good. So far I'm having fun with this. All right. Draw little pictures on my face, smiley faces. All right, let's rinse this down. So this is pass number 2. Pull my famous ear out of the way here. I think this is one of the smoothest razors that I've used so far. And I'm just barely, you can see how I'm holding it, just barely holding it. If I hold it any less, it's going to fall out of my hands. This company is called Supply, and if you go to the website, they have a really interesting story. on how this razor got started. All the design issues they had, and how they settled on the final design of it. It's a beautiful product. All right. No big deal. Okay. This will be the final pass. One more. I'm putting a little extra soap on me here, this because usually when I nick myself, it's on this pass, because I have a tendency to keep going over and over the same spot again, which is not cool. All right, I don't need to have any more soap on this. I don't know if it makes a difference where they get the hair from or what horses they get it from. Maybe Morgan horses. And why Spain? They seem to be the main manufacturers of these horsehair brushes. But I thought I would try one. I might try another one later. But I'm definitely going to try this again. It's like everything else. It takes a few practice runs through it. Just like razors, you use them a few times, see if you like them. Of course, you guys, I don't think you spend the money I do on razors. If you have one, that might be it, or two. That's okay. I'm just trying to give you more options. That's why I'm doing these videos and show you some of the products that are available. I still can't believe how many products are out there for wet shaving like we're doing. All right. This will be hopefully the final pass. And we're going to do the upstroke. Carefully. It's got good audio qualities. Which I'm sure you can hear. And the third pass, I like to use my fingers to see where I missed. Nice. Okay. Next time I'm going to leave my beard go out maybe 3 days, 4 days, and I'm going to use a different plate in here, maybe the mid-range plate. I would suggest that if you're going to purchase this razor, start out with the least aggressive plate and then work your way up until you get a feel for it. Of course, I didn't read the instructions. Nice. My little spot back here is always tough, but I got that already. Nice. I'll go over it a couple more times. There we go. All right. So I'm holding this just really lightly. You want to let the razor do the work, and the blade. I don't know how these Schick blades are going to work when I try those, but it's going to be fun, kind of fun to see what the difference is. This is really nice. This is where I draw blood on myself. Usually gonna keep going over a spot. Okay. All right, one more around the base of the neck. And I'm just gonna put this on there, right in here. We do this. I can never do this correctly. Paul H does such a nice job of that, but then he's got thousands of videos too. Okay. This is a very forgiving razor. Okay, here. Good enough. All right, we're going to rinse it off with some nice dirty Lake Michigan water. I think I'm going to import some water from Scotland or Wales to see what the difference is when I put it on my face afterwards. Okay, wash it down. How did I get it in my ears? Looking good, Bobby. Oh man, I'm impressed. It's very smooth, very smooth. I'm very pleased with that. Would I buy that razor again? Heck yeah. They didn't give that to me, by the way. I buy everything myself. All right. Impressed. What I'm going to use now is try some witch hazel, lemon, the lemon variety. And I still don't know how to get the lemons in here just like the cucumber variety. Must be a secret. We're going to put this on. Oh yeah. Oh, it smells good. Boys, they're smooth. Oh, you just want to make you take a bath with this stuff. All right. Then I'm going to go the Arco route. I'm going to use the Arco. This is the Action Aftershave Cologne. And actually, this is about empty. I've moved some of it into some other containers. Oh. Whew. Must be alcohol in it for sure. Aqua Men's Aftershave Balm. Right here. And I'll be all set. You can always tell how well you did with the shave. If you go upwards, you can feel the whiskers that are left. It's none, almost none. I'm very impressed with that razor. All right, let's review a little bit. This is the single edge razor by Supply Company. And I have a link below. It's a heavy razor. It's machined, it's stainless steel. I have the one with the 3 plates. And I also got some Schick blades here that I have not used yet. I'll use those on the next shave to see what the difference is. Okay, then the soap that I used was the Lady Luck by the Shannon Soaps Limited. Just a real nice soap. Big ass brick of soap. It's like that. It takes about 2 hands to lift it up. Let's see, what else did I use? I used my horsehair brush right here. There's still a lot of soap in it, but I'll put the name of this. Most of the good ones are made in Spain. That's where I got it from, Spain. All right, the witch hazel was the Thayers. This was the lemon. I have all the varieties, flavors. Very nice. Arco Aftershave Cologne, and then the Arco Aftershave Balm, which to put the moisture back in the skin. I really hope that you guys try some of these products. They're really great. It is fun to experiment. Sometimes they work out, sometimes they don't. I've had razors where I've cut myself, I just can't use them again. But this razor, I'm impressed with it. Give them a shot. Experiment. You know, don't be afraid to experiment. That's what this whole thing is about. It's about enjoyment and about learning how to shave and actually enjoying what you're doing instead of, oh my God, I got to shave again this morning. So thanks for stopping in. If you have any questions, put them down below in the comments. I answer them all. I really appreciate every one of you, and please do subscribe so you can find out what I've got on the agenda next videos. And I got some neat stuff coming up, so I don't want you to miss those. If you do, you do. But thanks for stopping in, and remember, no road rage. Thanks, guys. Bye.